but has a chance at. They can't scoop it up initially. It's still free, and then eventually Thompson Valley comes in and gets possession. So the Eagles right now having a very solid start to this game as they are all over your Steamboat Sailors. Chance again for a shot. Doesn't come initially. Second chance does. That one was whipped just wide by Jaron McFerrin. So some early opportunities here in this first half of play to just really step on the gas, and Thompson Valley has not shirked away from it, Patrick.
You know, and I've noticed some other common plays here on their offensive side of the ball. You know, they just try to work the ball around the perimeter, look for an opening. Once they get that opening, they really charge in that hard and just let a shot rip. You know, another one that they like to go to is that X position, as you mentioned. They like to wrap around there, try and go in the near post, and they're definitely testing Griffin Maltby right now.
8-3 the score right now as we have just under 2 minutes to play in this first half. It's going to be passed up top near side, taken there by Hatfield. He just feeds one off quickly to Caleb Smith, and they'll just cycle through. Smith goes back and forth with the stick of Mock. He gets it again, and Mock will pass one into X as he'll find Micah Payton waiting for it there. Payton is marked up on by Steamboat's Caden Mendonca. Sorry, that was Grant McNamara who was playing a little long stick D on him. Comes over to Mock near side. He just backtracks out of the box. We've got just 85 seconds left. Here's Mock with a chance. Comes out to the slot area. Couldn't get a shot off. Good job swarming there defensively for Steamboat. And now a loose ball again scooped up by Thompson Valley. And I'd have to say that right now the Eagles have had an exponential amount of time with the ball offensively.
You know, one of the reasons why that is because, you know, when ground balls get on the ground, you got to pick those up. And Steamboat, I think they missed on 2 opportunities right here. Thompson Valley just able to get to those ground balls first and maintain possession.
Yeah, those numbers right now definitely favoring the boys in black. 47 seconds left here in first half play. 8-3 the score. Thompson Valley still with possession. They're going to work it from the far side. Here's the big man, Mr. Riley Kinney, trying to open up a lane. A shot stopped by Griffin Maltby. Good job there from the netminder for Steamboat. And Maltby's going to outlet this one. He finds the stick of Sam Frikowiak, and Frikowiak struggles. Ball comes out. He does scoop it back up for Steamboat. And a few extra shots given there on Frikowiak after the whistle from Caleb Smith. It will be a possession for Steamboat. Timeout taken, though, before we go any further. 24 seconds left here in this first half of play, and Coach Lattimore has called a timeout. While we have a second, I want to thank a few of our sponsors. Steamboat Dental Center, dentistry designed for you. Visit Dr. Whitty and the team and check them out online at steamboatdentalcenter.com. Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. And, of course, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. 24 seconds on the clock here. Patrick, we're going to be backed up into our own half of play, but we will have possession out of this timeout. In terms of who you know, at least, because obviously you're a high schooler and you're able to kind of have a unique view of this, who are you going to out on the field here for a last shot here at the half?
You know, honestly, it's got to be Tyler Doyle. I think we talked about him a little bit off the air, but plays basketball, really good basketball player, but I think he has one of the goals today, and it was a very good goal. I think he was just on the perimeter, made a little move, got inside, and just ripped a shot down low. He is a real offensive threat that I've seen. Also, Davis Peterson. He looks really good. This is the first time I've seen him ever play lacrosse, and he is a real threat out there as he can rip it from anywhere. But those are the 2 guys I'd probably be giving the ball to the most.
Looks as though Kieran Hahn will be the one to take this out of the timeout. 24 seconds on the clock, and we'll see if your two options may come to fruition here, as both players are on the field right now. It looks as though Tyler Doyne is playing a little bit of midi. Peterson's up front. He's going to have some help up there from Mac Moody as well as Ben Hofer. Here is Hahn. He's just going to have to get across the midfield line. He spins, plays a nice one. He was actually using the ref as a little bit of a screen there, but a pass is ill-advised. It's taken by Thompson Valley. 4 seconds on the clock, and this man's going to just run out of time before he can even get the shot off. And so we come to the half here. 8-3 the score. You are tuned in to SteamboatRadio.com, bringing you Steamboat Sailors Lacrosse. We're going to put the headsets down. You may hear a little bit of jibber-jabber, but no commercials for whatever that's worth. We'll be back with the second half. For Patrick, I'm Vladen, saying so long for now.
Right here in Steamboat against Eagle Valley, and then Golden's coming to town on Saturday with a game at 12:30. Once again, we're very happy that you're here. Typically, you can listen to these games on K2IV 98.9 Sports on FM. Tomorrow's game, certainly. But we've got a little Harvey's Huddle going on right now as well at the Barley. So you can watch the game always at SteamboatRadio.com. You can also like us on our YouTube page at SteamboatRadio.com as well. For your information, both, Davis Peterson just got back from University of Utah, where he went to have a visit. And right now they are ranked number 1 in the Division 1 of the MCLA, and they are going to Division 1 NCAA next year. So they are as you know, they are hosting the MCLA Division 1 and 2 national championships coming up. Have you heard from anyone about that?
No, not yet.
So you just got back from Utah with Richard Boyd, yeah.
Well, what an opportunity for Davis if he can get in and kind of jump right up and make that NCAA. That'd be incredible.
Kevin Castor.
Is Utah pretty good in the crossbow now?
Yeah, and they've got a lot of money too.
Really?
Yeah, you have to make that jump. Yeah.
I know DU is really good.
I mean, Libby. You see her as George?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
She went to do the Chinese New Year parade, and she went into hi Net.
Hey, Shannon, how are you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
She went
Thanks
into
for announcing your
into the bathroom to change, and came out as George. And this woman was like, "Oh, what?" So what did you do? She said, "I saluted."
I looked there first.
It's a mean George head, by the way. Yeah, he's got a serious face. So, yeah, she loves it. I mean, she gets 12 bucks an hour. She's a little child. And she gets to go to all the events for free and get free food. So that's what she really likes. Yeah, she loves it. Happy is for me. Megan's
like
great.
scrambling
Teaching and
see how that's just like rip what little hair I have left.
really good kids.
You can do
No, but then it's like
Some fairs, silent auction items. So the teacher said, I think it's like they can sign auctions. So she offered to see So the hockey players could sign up with her to do stick and puck. Yeah, I know. That's a good one. It doesn't cost really much.
She's already done it. 15-page thing.
And Flood,
Yes,
Ken did
ma'am.
play-by-play on Lacrosse Talk Radio last week.
Really?
Yeah, he did play-by-play. And he was
you
great.
just have a blast with it.
He didn't like it.
No?
Well, Dan Matthews is a little confident of himself. But Penn did 2 games in Utah. He did Mesa and Tampa at the Valley.
She said, can we talk by phone?
So we did. It was so exciting to hear.
And she talked to a couple of people at the university near her. Where she
And he hangs out
she's
with
a CRNA.
Lance, so he wants to go down for area. And that was great.
Oh, yes, okay.
Those Lance and Golden seniors.
She's fascinating
Like
to hear her.
Was Zach Miller coming in?
But they all hang out
So we
together.
might be dog.
Yeah.
Too bad.
I don't know if Lance and the blue shoes. Remember his blue shoes? You weren't. I guess you had the match.
I've had those days.
Yeah, you have.
Blue shoes.
Yeah.
He was a great
Last night wasn't one of them.
Dude, that's so many chances. That blew it on.
You had that one where you went behind the net and you made a really good pass.
What?
You made like a really good pass like behind the net to someone.
Dude.
And they had a wide open net like in the middle.
I had that one where I just like snuck it and intercepted the pass and went to wrap it on pipe.
On me or on
No, that was on Peyton.
Ours is on.
Was that one in the empty net?
Yeah, that was on
You?
me.
Dude, yeah. That was like,
That should have been
yeah, dude. Roos had the whole net. I'm like, what? There's not a goalie to shoot 5-hole on, so you hit the pipe. He's like, yeah, where's the 5-hole? I'm like, dude, come on.
They might put it together something maybe just for that tournament.
Is that a single five? Big guy? Is that what he's talking about?
Roos.
When are they tearing up the track?
I've seen her work as a faculty member and now as a college.
How long will it take to? All summer to put in the track? Well, I know, but
Is it like arguing with teachers?
And your press box.
We got her notice. I said something. And since then, Naomi who applied for next year.
wow, that's wonderful.
Comeback time, bro?
Dude, we got a good team.
Then you can have track meets.
Thompson Valley seems like they're pretty good.
I was talking to Jackson today. He said they were number 5 of state last year or something.
This is
Thompson
I
Valley.
think that church is
Jackson
tracks.
Lynch.
So that's a difference, and I'm not sure why. There are some PhD programs at Teachers College. It's a big deal.
You gotta beat the big boys if we win. A lot of those guys are thinking they can make it.
Well, they said 10 is about
All these guys?
Yeah.
10 is normal for a turf. So there's 2 other turfs that
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we're pretty solid.
in Denver. They were like last year.
I'll give you 2. I said, I'll give you 2. We can split it.
Tracks
But
for 10 years. It's always so cool to win. It had a
Who else is
Very nice to know.
I don't know, actually.
That is wonderful.
We got 105 track.
This is the best, but
Should have
the kids in this one?
But it would work in the long run. I'm sure it would because
power
first of
pill.
all, they want to be people. They want you to make so it's
nutrients bars that are like this big that are the same thing.
What position do you play?
Oh, I'm sure.
That's what I say.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not very back.
I would love to, like, shadow music.
But by that same token, like, you can change. Like, soccer,
Just like stand by her.
it's different. They run a lot. He like run back and then you can go change. Like take a breather. So I could probably play midi, but I'd like to play attack because I want to score. I just freaking barrel people over.
So, when does it start? Mid-May? We're not having to mention it.
Always coming up. The end of cross season. All about that.
So exciting.
You just always flow.
Or they just kind of
All hair team.
He is a hairy guy.
Have you seen the pictures of Minnesota high school playoffs? They all like do some funny stuff with their hair.
It looks like Caleb Filler might be playing for them.
I would think it would be so miserable. And that's because of a vote by the city. It's proven.
That's the bond.
What is your spectator? Oh, I thought I saw your No, I don't know who's doing it. It's not me.
See the Avs will make the playoffs.
Oh no, dude. This, like, I want to say no still just because I've been saying that. But they're playing pretty damn well, so they might surprise people.
He is down there.
St. Louis.
If they can jump in,
That'd be so sweet.
even if they can get like 5 or 6 game series, I don't think they'll win a series. But I think like 5 or 6 games, it'd be like good for them to have that experience.
Yeah. And I'll go to bed early. Those guys know that I'm past mid-6. And so we'll go to bed early.
I didn't want to bother Brian too much, but he keeps the scores low.
Alright, I'll see you.
This is the... Oh, okay.
Steamboat e-business. Steamboat Select Insurance. Medical Center. Cantina.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Steamboat Springs High School campus in Gardner Field. Your Steamboat Sailors are unfortunately down by a score of 8-3 right now. 4 unanswered goals from Thompson Valley. The Sailors have been within 3 different occasions here throughout this afternoon game. But, like I said, 8-3 right now. So, not that the Sailors are out of it. They're donning their home white uniforms, red numbers and trim. They're going to be right to left here in the third quarter of play. But it is definitely a tall task to get back into a game like this where Thompson Valley is one of the top-seeded teams. The latest I've heard from Patrick Sumner, for whatever that's worth, is that they're a top 5 seed, in fact, here in the early goings of this season of play. I'm joined by Patrick Sumner, of course, here on the radio dial. Patrick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Vladen. Steamboat, comeback time. I think you said before we went to break that, you can't really count Steamboat out of this right now. There's still a lot of lacrosse to be played, and I believe in that too. And if they're going to win this game, they got to start getting some possession and momentum right here. So let's see what they do.
Caden Mendonca's going to be playing a little LSM to start things off, and he ends up with the ball, gets it to Davis Peterson, who gets it to the box. And we've got 20 seconds gone here in this third quarter of play. Peterson gets passed down to Talik Meyer, near side GLE. He's just going to trot towards X, pulls up short near side. He's going to try and come out front. Meyer tried to tuck one, but got rocked in the process, and the ball is going to squirt out, and Corbin Schilling will get a pass upfield.
There's another flow.
Here comes the attacker, Trey Cardenas. Cardenas is going to pass one off. It'll be Hatfield who takes it. Passes one out into the high slot. Chance, shot, big save there. Zach Miller has checked into the game for your Sailors as a goalie. And Miller is going to try and just cradle away from pressure. Gives a pass off to McNamara, and McNamara will take this one to the middle of the field. Feeds one over to the far side. Gathered in there by Logan McAtee. McAtee's going to take it himself right up the field, across that midfield line. Past those an errant one as he was looking for Davis Peterson. And it turns into a turnover. So a possession will be for Thompson Valley, unless we got a timeout before that, perhaps. Not sure exactly what's going on here, but that was an errant pass. Should have been a turnover. I'm not sure why Davis Peterson is going to have this. Maybe a foul. Yes, indeed. It looks as though there's a penalty against Brooks Masters. So this is going to be a man advantage now for your Steamboat Sailors, down 8-3 and needing a little bit of something to spark their offense. They've got the firepower here to match up with anyone in the state. It's a matter of execution. It's going to be worked by Moody. Up top, he finds Lynch. Jackson Lynch to Jacob Gilbertson, back to Lynch, far side of the box, and he'll go down to Moody. At GLE, fires a pass off to X. There's Tyler Doyne waiting there. Gives a feed out to Davis Peterson near side. He goes to the top of the box. Passes one to Lynch. Inside, nice little play there to Gilbertson. Gilbertson, a little backward shot there, but it's going to be stopped by Schilling, and Schilling will just go upfield, quickly finding the stick of Jacob Cherry, and Cherry is going to make his way across that midfield line. Cherry into the box for Thompson Valley, under 10 minutes to go here in the quarter. He'll just pass one off, as Thompson Valley right now playing a man down, but doing it in the position that you want to, as it's taken now by Mock, and Mock's going to try and backpedal away from pressure. His pass in and out of the pocket there, initially at least, of the stick of Caleb Smith. Smith did gather it back in, though. Takes it to the near side GLE. Harassed there by Frakowiak, and eventually Smith spins off of pressure, and we are back to full strength as we play at 6-on-6 here from Gardner Field. 9:21 left, and it's going to be worked around the perimeter again. Near side taking it now. It's Billick, and Billick trying to call for some troops and some direction here. Not sure what's going on. An extra man on the field. So power play coming up here. A chance from X for Thompson Valley, as they do have an opportunity to shot goes just through the crease and wide. And an extra man had gone on. So power play coming up now for Thompson Valley, I believe.
There's a JV game after this?
I thought there was.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Is this a power play?
No, it's not. I thought there was an extra man. There was.
This is really confusing.
There's a shot and a goal there from Thompson Valley. It looks as though that was Caleb Smith.
Who scored? I looked down.
Caleb Smith gets the goal for Thompson Valley,
20?
as that's going to be his first of the game.
Caleb Smith.
But yeah, a little bit of confusion from the referees, and the reason I was kind of caught off guard was Steamboat had 7 guys on the field there for a while, and they didn't call it.
You know, I think Steamboat's defense was just as confused as I was. I think they just lost some guys in traffic, and they got a shot off that beat Miller.
So it is now a 9-3 game here from Gardner Field. And Kieran Hahn will be the face-off man for your Sailors. Curtis Maltby on the near side, Bridger Boyd on the far. Those are your middies. The attackers stay the same. Davis Peterson, Mac Moody, and I believe that's Gilbertson, who has moved up into the attack position as well. Hahn to take this face-off. Looks as though he's going to try and do it standing up. Different fashions for the face-offs. It's pretty fun to watch different centermen doing their thing. Like I said, Hahn will be standing. That's actually Talik Meyer, who's that third attacker. It's not Gilbertson. Hahn unable to win that face-off. It's going to be scooped up instead by Thompson Valley. Errant play there, though, from Jaden Arnold, and it's going to be taken by Peterson. Great job staying in bounds, and Davis Peterson gains the box for Steamboat and just avoids the stick check there of Arnold. Passed up top to Kieran Hahn, and he'll cradle his way to the middle of the field. 8:11 left here in the quarter. Work to Mac Moody, far side. He's just above GLE now, passes into Talik Meyer. Meyer in X. Comes on the near side. He's got Peterson, gives it to him. And Peterson will just continue to round the perimeter to Curtis Maltby. In the possession now of Kieran Hahn. Hahn's going to try and make a run. Cuts from left to right. Opens up a lane. Doesn't shoot. Spins back. Gives a pass to Maltby. Near side now to LaPointe. And LaPointe will try and make a run of his own. Didn't have a lane to go for, though. And his little dump pass is going to be intercepted. And back comes Thompson Valley. They're trying to attack here with speed. A good long stick defensive play from Brooks Masters. And he's going to once again reclaim. Well, now he's going to trot towards the bench as an attacking man will come on instead of the LSM. Worked out of X. This is Billick, who's going to try and come around the net on the far side. Now spins back into safety behind the net here with Grant McNamara marking up on him. Billick now spins, gives a pass off to the far side. Gathered in there by Mock, and he goes right up top. Just off the bench is Peyton Haas. Good job working the perimeter here by this Thompson Valley team, and it seems as though they've really done an excellent job of kind of being patient against the Steamboat team, because they've had 5 guys around the perimeter for the most part of the game, and only one of those men are in the middle there as a cut man, and so it's just been a game of patience. And it's paid off. 9-3 game.
And I think they really know what they're doing. 9 goals. Well, I think it was 8 goals in that first half, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And that just proves that, they really practice a lot, know what they're doing. They got a game plan that they want to go out there and follow through with.
Here's Haas with possession. Passes one over the head of Mock, and that errant pass turns into a Steamboat possession now. It's going to be taken on the far side by Logan McEntee. He gets the restart whistle, feeds one into Zach Miller, and Miller looks up, and it's into the possession of LaPointe. Quick little feed up to McCrae Dillingham, and Dillingham's going to gain the box for Steamboat, and then just gets away from one of the long stick middies for Thompson Valley. Gets that pass to go down low. Taken there by Mac Moody. Moody had Peterson looking for the cut out front. Didn't have a lane to take, though. Fed now to Talik Meyer. Meyer with a low pass. I think that may have hit off of someone's cleats, and it's going to be gobbled up by Thompson Valley. And once again, they're back the other way. This is going to be Peden who leads the charge now for the boys in black, as he'll just fire one down low for awaiting Greg Billick. And Billick will go to the far side with his pass. We've got 5.5 left here in the third quarter of play. 9-3 score, just one goal so far for either side. And it has been a Thompson Valley goal, meaning they've got 5 unanswered now against your Sailors. It's going to be worked up top. Pass to the possession of Smith, and he quickly gets rid of it to Micah Payton. And Payton goes down far side to Mock. Into X, and again, here we are setting up this perimeter passing for Thompson Valley. The Eagles with a big lead. It's a 6-goal spread here. They have the lead against your Sailors and really are in no rush to score more. I mean, they've got enough as is, and so they're able to kind of kill the clock with these offensive possessions that are extended. Finally, the ball comes free. It looks as though we've got an off-the-ball foul, perhaps.
Flag on the field.
And a flag, that means that we do have
playing at 5:30, so stick around if you want more.
A penalty, and I believe it's going to be against Steamboat.
Sailors will host Thompson Valley.
You know, if we're looking for this comeback that we want, I don't think taking penalties is the right way to do that, but we just got to kill off this one right here and try and get possession, go down the field, and get some goals.
Come on, Terry.
Looks as though it is Gilbertson who's going
Is against Steamboat.
to be the one who is the man who got the penalty. And a shot from Thompson Valley does not go. Zach Miller not able to hop out, as the Eagles had a couple guys that were hovering around that end line there, and they're able to earn another possession here. 6-on-5 play. Thompson Valley has the man advantage. Your Steamboat Sailors are right to left in terms of the press box. And a chance from a tight angle shot and a goal, and that's Billick's hat trick.
Greg Billick with the score off the pass from.
You know, and Thompson Valley's had a couple of those goals so far. You know, just coming up from the X position to the side of the net and getting that low angle shot on net low, and it's very difficult for the goalie to stop, and that's how they made their living pretty much this whole game.
Zach Miller now looks on. He's let 2 in here in this quarter, but he's had a few big saves as well. 4:14 left, and it's a 10-3 game. You know, you have to say it's early, as it's only the second game of the season right now for Steamboat, and they are kind of shaking out some of their rust and working out some of their systems, so you can't really fault them too much. Thompson Valley is one of those teams that's perennially always contending for a top 5, top 8 seed in the state, so it's a good measuring stick for Steamboat, but right now, obviously, they would like to be at least a little bit closer in this game. Kieran Hahn's going to try and take this face-off. Eventually, he comes to him, and he's going to scoop it up off the ground, gaining the box with this little run up field. And Hahn's just going to take it himself all the way below GLE into X, passes one off finally to Talik Meyer before he'll trot back out front. Meyer comes near side to Peterson, and Peterson makes his way up the near side of the box, finally feeds one off to David LaPointe, and LaPointe will just backtrack, looking to maybe get a head of steam here and make a run of it. He does, and here's LaPointe, drops the stick, now fires. That one is just wide, as he had the skip shot, but it goes through the crease and won't even challenge, and so Steamboat does chase it down. They'll maintain the offense here with 3.5 minutes to go. Peterson is going to take this one and just work his way towards X from the near side of the field. Peterson now looking up. He's got a few more guys kind of just lining up. I don't know what kind of offense Steamboat is running right now. They're trying to almost overload it up at the top of the box. Peterson, though, couldn't get a pass off on his first attempt, and so he's forced to just backtrack into X. Now gives one to Ben Hofer. Hofer takes it from the near side GLE up towards the top of the box. Now he spins away from a defender trying to get free, and eventually he's going to be forced back out as well, and instead of getting a shot off, he feeds it to LaPointe. LaPointe once more try from that far side, rips a shot that's high and over the head of Schilling. Again, chased down by Steamboat, though. Hofer will take this with 2:46 to go. Restart whistle comes. He gives it to Peterson immediately. And Davis Peterson going to try and go one-on-one. Tries to come out front with it. Tucks it. Big save from Schilling, and the rebound is scooped up by the netminder for Thompson Valley. Schilling now will work out of his crease, looking up the field, and he's got an open man there as Ramsden will take this. Backdoor play, and a chance from behind the back there from Billick. He was showing off some of his skills, but unable to get it to go on goal as he fires wide, and Steamboat will have another possession. Taking this one off the whistle, it's Mendonca. Gives a quick feed into Zach Miller, and the goalie with the big pocket's going to feed one up to Will Eck. Haven't seen a lot of him here today. Eck, though, progresses it to Dillingham. Nice little fake from Dillingham. He comes out front. Chance shot. Big save there from Schilling, and the loose ball now. It's going to be pushed around, and Dillingham was just driven to the ground there and is holding on to his neck. And a flag is going to be whistled. It looks as though a penalty against Thompson Valley here. So a 1-minute call against the Eagles. And Steamboat now down 10-3, headed to the man advantage.
You know, big opportunity here for the Sailors, trying to get one back. Maybe we'll see what they do with their offense. As you said before, they were kind of running that overload scheme. McCray made a great move, dodging a defender. I think he got hit in the neck. Is that what happened?
I think it was almost like whiplash. He was kind of holding his neck and his head region there as he was just driven hard to the ground.
Scary sight to see, but great hard work by him to draw a penalty, and now the Sailors have an opportunity to get one here.
They've got to stop the bleeding. So far, 6 unanswered from Thompson Valley as they've run from a 4-3 game when Peterson scored his second. Now, all of a sudden, it's 10-3 Thompson Valley, and a little miscommunication from Steamboat almost results in a turnover. They do possess, and the pass there was almost intercepted as well. Kieran Hahn, though, gathers it in. He fakes it, now comes out front, feeds it down to GLE. Near side, it is Davis Peterson who will take it for Steamboat. They're definitely looking a little more on the goal side of things. They were really sharp against Aspen at times, and right now in this one, it's been tough to find those opportunities. Here is a shot from Peterson. It was low to high and ended up going over the goal, and we've got 82 seconds left now here in this third quarter of play. Restart whistle comes. Steamboat does have possession as Moody had chased it down. Here's Doing. Feeds it to Peterson. Fakes it, but he's stick-checked in the process of trying to get around Brooks Masters. And Masters will just find Corbin Schilling in the netminder here. Feeds one up towards that midfield line. Jacob Gilbertson, nice stick check of his own. Ball pops free, and Cameron Colombo will pick it up for Steamboat. Fires a pass to Peterson, and he decides not to try and capitalize on a fast break, instead letting Colombo check back off. And again, the Steamboat Sailors with the possession. Here is Peterson. Chance, shot, and a goal. What a good-looking play from Davis Peterson.
That was beautiful. Davis just put that guy into a spin cycle and 5-hole in this goalie here. Almost a little something like you would do on the ice, Juan.
I don't know what you're talking about. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. 10-4 the score now here from Gardner Field. Peterson happy, I'm sure, to get that hat-trick goal, but you can tell that he wants more as his team is down by 6 right now to Thompson Valley. Showing signs of life, though. They kind of were able to take that momentum they got on the man advantage and translate that into a goal, though it wasn't on the power play. They did build off of it. 43 seconds left here in the quarter. Kieran Hahn coming in to take this face-off for your Steamboat Sailors. It looks as though, again, the near side looks as though that's Jackson Lynch. And Bridger Boyd playing a little LSM from the far side of the field. Whistle blows, and it's going to be won again by Arnold. He is a pretty solid face-off man for Thompson Valley, and that's one of the biggest things in this game is the face-offs, because it translates into some possessions and the easiest way to get possession if you can win those ones, and that's what Thompson Valley's done so far. 25 seconds on the clock. Hahn trying to make sure that the road in towards the goal is not an easy one there for Caleb Smith, who's already got a goal. Tucked out front, another one for Thompson Valley. What a give-and-go play. Billick got it behind GLE on the near side, feeds it out front for a one-touch play from Jaden Arnold, and just like that, it is 11-4.
You know, just a misassignment there by Steamboat. He was wide open in the front. Once they got to X, that guy made a quick pass out to him, and he wasn't going to miss from there. So maybe we can tighten up that back end and try and get some more goals here. Come on, Steamboat.
12 seconds on the clock here in this quarter of play. Coming out now is Jack Strotbeck, the big man for Steamboat, and he's going to just mark up immediately on Caleb Smith, who now tries to get away from Strotbeck. LaPointe is in there to take this important face-off. Colombo's on the far side. Face-off is... Well, the ball is down. Ref blows the whistle, and it's going to be won forward by Arnold, at least for a moment. Pops free in there, Strotbeck, who comes in for Steamboat and will possess. Just 4 seconds on the clock, though. Colombo feeds it up in and out of the pocket of Gilbertson, but we come to the end of 3 quarters. So 36 minutes in the books here from Gardner Field. Your Steamboat Sailors down 11-4 right now to this Thompson Valley Eagles team. We'll be back after a brief hiatus here for the 4th and final quarter. This is SteamboatRadio.com bringing you Steamboat Sailors Boys Lacrosse.
Uh-oh, the ball that just rolled out on the field. Forget it. Tie-dye boy. That's where I would love to say, don't touch the line. This is God's. Oh.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
This is your conscience.
Here they come. Watch out. No one's looking.
We need Dallas to lose.
Where do they play?
Toronto.
Yeah, they will. Right in Dallas or in Toronto?
Penn did play-by-play for 2 games. And Dan Matthews thinks he's all that with Arizona State, right? So he says, oh, and so Penn, he played for Colorado, and you're playing Arizona State. My alma mater's coming to town, and you sure have had trouble with that team lately, he said. Penn said, yeah, but not when we run the national championships. I have a big ring to show for it when we beat Arizona State. Have you met Dan Matthews?
Oh, yeah. A few times.
Like, yeah. And Dan just couldn't say anything. I was so proud of him. Oh my God. And he really realized how well he obviously knows the game just to hear him talking about it from the inside point of view of what they're thinking. And everything was from a defensive.
Yeah.
Everything he said was defensive. Boy, the defense is really getting winded out there. Defense.
Ready? One more quarter. Here we go.
You're doing great, Patrick.
Welcome back. This is Steamboat Sailors Boys Lacrosse right here on SteamboatRadio.com this afternoon.
Once again,
we had some issues early on, but we got it all resolved, and we've got an 11-4 game after 3 quarters of play. Patrick, only 4 goals there in that 3rd quarter. After the second was really where Thompson Valley kind of took a hold of this game.
Yeah, I don't know if Thompson Valley kind of let out the gas or, we just kind of stepped it up a bit. As you mentioned, we had a man advantage, kind of gained some momentum off of that. Davis had a really nice goal that he capitalized on. Shortly after, though, Thompson, I think they kind of answered back with a goal. So hopefully we get possession here on this face-off and get a few shots on net.
Steamboat's going to be left to right on the radio dial here in this 4th and final quarter of play. They are down by 7, looking to claw back into this one. Really, at this point, though you can score in bunches with lacrosse, maybe it's more about building towards that next game. We've got Eagle Valley coming up tomorrow for a game at 4 o'clock. So you want to make sure that you are building that confidence for that big league matchup tomorrow.
Yeah. This 4th quarter would be pretty monumental for that game. Maybe they could get some offensive zone possession here, as David LaPointe looks to do that right now.
LaPointe's going to take it up. Feeds one. It was a little bit behind Matt Kempers, and it's going to be a turnover as Peden now takes it, but he's stick checked. Nice job there from Steamboat as Willett got back for the Sailors, and a great job earning possession for Steamboat as it's going to be worked up by Frakowiak. Frakowiak gives it off to Peterson. Down low now to Tolek Meyer. He stops. Almost came out front. but instead opts to just give it back to Peterson, and we've got some fresh troops coming off the bench for your Sailors. Peterson's going to give it right to McCray Dillingham. Good to see him right back out there after he was driven hard to the turf in the tail end of quarter number 3. LaPointe now down low near side to Jacob Gilbertson. He progresses it to Talik Meyer below GLE. He's going to trot towards X and looks to run right through to the far side of the field, giving a pass to Peterson. Peterson now taking this one in no apparent rush. Davis Peterson going to cut away from one defender, tries to duck the shoulder. He does so, and Davis Peterson rips one home.
That's Davis Peterson.
And Corbin Schilling was trying to say, I don't know what you guys were doing defensively, but it's not working. Peterson right now with 4 of 5 for the Steamboat team. It's 11-5.
I do?
Yeah, Lon, Davis has been a one-man wrecking ball right now. We have signs of life from the Steamboat squad. Hopefully they can take this and turn it into like 6 more goals. Maybe we can get tied. But you never know. 10:37
left here in this game. Doc's Auto Clinic's a proud supporter of Sailors Athletics, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Also, Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, and Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice and the homeowner's friend. So we've got long stick midi. Grant McNamara on the near side. Hahn was taking the face off. Had help from Mac Moody on the far side, but Steamboat unable to come up with it, and it looks as though a whistle blows. And there is an off-the-ball foul against Thompson Valley, and so Steamboat will have possession. It's going to be Hahn who will take this for the Sailors. Kieran Hahn gets a stick up high, and he's just going to pass one off now to Mendonca. And Caden Mendonca just gives a quick feed to Jacob Gilbertson. He progresses along further to Talik Meyer. Steamboat gains the box. Meyer's just going to spin, gives it back to Gilbertson near side GLE, and he'll cycle through with Meyer and take it into X by himself. Jacob Gilbertson now tries to come out front. A little shake and bake play. Looking to pass one right through the slot, and it's going to come to the near sideline, and Kieran Hahn didn't have the wheels to chase it down. And so a turnover here for Steamboat. It'll be a Thompson Valley ball with just under 10 minutes to go in the game. And the inbound play comes. Big barreling hit there from Steamboat. That was Gilbertson, and you can tell that the blood's starting to boil a little bit as Gilbertson gets the call as he just ran right over that Thompson Valley player with the ball.
I think maybe he was expecting the Thompson player to kind of turn to his right a little bit. Unfortunately, he did not, and Jacob Gilbertson kind of got him in the backside, and that's why the ref had to remove the flag from his waist.
So I believe that's a 1-minute infraction against Gilbertson. 9:54 left, and a chance for Micah Payton and company to take this for Thompson Valley and potentially extend that lead again back out to 7. It's 11-5 right now. Eagles on top of your Sailors. Steamboat is left to right here in quarter number 4. It's going to be taken by one of the captains and a hat-trick man. That's Greg Billick. Now worked around the perimeter near side. Chance for Mock. He shoots. He scores. And Mock gets his own hat-trick.
The pass from Micah Payton. That's Mock's 3rd goal.
And so, just like that, a quick strike on the man advantage, and we've got a 12-5 game here. Thompson Valley all over your Sailors with 9.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter of play. I believe that does have Gilbertson come out. That was a releasable penalty, so we are at full strength now. Colombo's going to be on the near side. Hahn to take the draw, and the far side is Jackson Lynch for your Steamboat Sailors.
Oh, golly.
Maybe just a little more time and space. Steamboat would have liked to give Thompson Valley right there, and Thompson Valley is a really good team, and they capitalized on their opportunity. So, I don't know. As you said, maybe we can build some confidence right now and get ready for this next game, because this one kind of looks out of reach.
12-5 score. Steamboat is going once again beyond their heels, as off the face-off, Riley Kinney will eventually end up with it. One of the taller boys out here on the field of play. Finds Mock, gives it back to Kinney, and he spins, giving a quick feed to Isaiah Parker, who's just off the bench. Parker and Schilling, part of the all-hair team here for this Thompson Valley squad. 8:55 left in the game now. Worked into X. To the near side it comes. Mock will take it there. Quick pass up top as that'll be Parker. Works it through again to Kinney, and he just fires a quick feed off to Jared McFerrin. McFerrin does have a goal. He actually got the scoring started in this one, and then he added on another goal as well in the second quarter of play. A chance. Bounce shot goes just wide. And Zach Miller unhappy that he didn't get called for the victory on that race to the ball. Micah Payton was the first man there. Maintained possession for Boys in Black. Mock will have it from the near side. He just backpedals out of the box. Now takes this one in towards X. Marked up on by Kieran Hahn. Great stick check there from Hahn. Ball is loose. And then eventually it's Mock who does pick it up. Backdoor play. It comes all the way through. Great job from Frakowiak. He comes in and scoops up the loose ball for Steamboat and will progress this up the field himself. Frakowiak at midfield line. Spins away from pressure. Gives a quick feed off to Talik Meyer. Meyer runs into a number of different players. Eventually thrown to the ground there. Thompson Valley takes over. And now it's going to be taken by the Eagles as Kinney will take it. Stick checked away from him by Colombo. Kinney has to backtrack to his own side. And I think that's an over and back. Or are we getting a timeout, perhaps?
It looks like a timeout, I think.
So they'll give a timeout to Thompson Valley. And with 7:46 to go in this one, the Eagles will have the ball out of this timeout with a 12-5 lead over your Steamboat Sailors.
Vaughn, this game's looking like we're going to take a loss here, but that's all right. We have a game tomorrow. I like the idea of really just building some momentum. We kind of came alive in those last couple of minutes right there. Kieran Hahn had some really good defense behind GLE. And then Sam carried that ball all the way across midfield. I think there was a turnover, but Cameron was pressuring Thompson Valley. That was resulted in a turnover, and more of those plays we would like to see from Steamboat, and hopefully they continue to do those.
Couldn't agree more. We've got a few more games coming up in the next week as Steamboat plays again tomorrow against Eagle Valley. Then Saturday they'll host Golden. And, of course, tomorrow's game against Eagle Valley also here at Gardner Field before finally they'll hit the road for their second road game of the year. Next Tuesday, they go down to Glenwood Springs. Then they'll host Windsor again the following weekend. Summit on the schedule as well. I mean, it's going to be a really tough start to this schedule for Steamboat. Thompson Valley, though, probably one of the hardest opponents they'll play. Golden also right up there as well. And, of course, if you remember, Golden is a team that Steamboat has beaten in the playoffs before. So the two teams definitely have bone to pick with each other. They've also lost to Golden in the first round, I think, a couple years ago. So some great matchups coming up here in the early portion of the season for your Steamboat Sailors. Let's see what kind of end to this game that they have in store. 7:34 left and ticking down in the fourth quarter of play. 12-5 lead for Thompson Valley. Eagles just working the perimeter right now. Ball is into X. A long pass there. Now it's coming out to the near side. GLE. Mock has it. Feeds one up top to Peyton Haas. And Haas will just continue it along to Isaiah Parker on the far side of the field. They've completed the cycle here as Mock has it once more. And again, now it's Haas. Far side, it's Parker. Isaiah Parker will just trot down the far side of the box, looking for a little bit of help, maybe a moving pick as well, and he gets that from Parker. Isaiah Parker now with the ball. He's going to try and get away from LaPointe. Comes to the middle of the field, runs into a couple guys, shoots one, stopped by Miller. Rebound is going to be gathered in by Steamboat's netminder as well. Feeds one out front to LaPointe, and LaPointe will just take it for Steamboat, looking for a fast break. Opportunity coming. Hofer in front, shot! That one is by Talik Meyer. Big stop from Schilling, and then Meyer was just blasted in. So it's going to be a loose ball that's eventually picked up. Schilling gets the feed from his long stick defenseman. And Schilling eventually lost the ball, but he was able to at least get it to a defensive player who lost his shoe in the process of running one upfield. And so there's something you don't see every day. 6:02 left in the game here. It's worked by Thompson Valley in the offensive half. Like you said, they've kind of eased off the gas pedal, but really more so than anything, it's been a matter of you don't have to run the score up. It's kind of a respect here from Thompson Valley. They've matched Steamboat in goals, going back and forth for the last 4. It was Peterson and then Jaden Arnold. Peterson again, followed up by the hat-trick goal for Colby Mock. And so Thompson Valley not necessarily running away with it, but definitely showing that when Steamboat scores, they can come right back and get one of their own.
You know, exactly. And I felt like last possession, Steamboat did a really good job at the defensive end. Miller made a really good breakout pass to LaPointe, who had speed crossing the 50-yard line. He caught himself with a fast break, made a pass to Ben Hofer. Ben Hofer made a pass to a guy in front on the doorstep. Just couldn't put that one away, though. So look for Steamboat to capitalize on those opportunities and get some confidence going here.
Under 5 to go now in the game. Work down low. Thompson Valley still with possession. They're going to try and come out front opportunity, and it's going to be a back post play. Big hit up high. And the coaching staff for Thompson Valley upset that there's no call on that one. Mendonca now coming to check up with Mock on the near side of the field. Ball already out of that area, though. Work to the far side into the stick of Jared McFerrin. McFerrin gets it into X. Waiting for it there is Ramsden. Ramsden tries to come out front with it, and he's knocked to the turf. And now a whistle blows. So that was a stick check. Are they going to call it a trip, perhaps? I'm not sure, but Peyton Ramsden a little shaken up here on this one. So he's going to make his way off of the field for Thompson Valley. Subbing on in his stead comes Micah Payton. And so we'll see what happens here with
Matthew Kempers.
Regards to the last 4:25 of play here.
Was that a penalty on Steamboat here?
I don't believe it was.
May look like Matthew Kempers is heading off.
It does look like it.
That could have been holding, I think. Maybe one of the options of calling.
Come on, is it 30
So
minute?
it looks as though it is going to be Kempers who will take a knee in the penalty area for Steamboat. And just like that, the Sailors, right when you're talking about them building up some momentum here, they shoot themselves in the foot, getting that penalty and putting this potent man advantage back onto the field here for Thompson Valley. Just as I say that, quick little misplay. Ball comes out front, chance, shot, goal. Isaiah Parker rips that one home.
Thompson Valley, that was Isaiah Parker.
You know, I think Thompson Valley just capitalized on a error on the defensive side of the 50-yard line, if you will. Got the ball at X, made a quick pass out in front, and just let the ball rip.
Yeah, Zach Miller was a little indecisive in whether or not he was chasing down that loose ball that came free from the possession of Greg Billick. Eventually, he does choose to do so, but it was a little late. Billick had already recovered the ball, passed it out front, and Miller couldn't get back into the crease and in time enough to square up to that shot and kind of get set for it. So, man advantage goal again for this Thompson Valley team, and now it's a 13-5 lead for the Eagles. The points on the far side of the field, Colombo on the near, and your Steamboat Sailors look like they're going to put out Malpe to take the face-off. It's going to be won cleanly, though, by Thompson Valley, and that seems to be the case here this whole afternoon. Thompson Valley has really been dominating face-offs, and I think that's a big part of what's translated in this lead of 8 goals now for the Eagles. Under 4 minutes to go. It is Thompson Valley with it again. This is going to be Greg Billick. He's one of the 3 captains on this Thompson Valley team. Fires quick little feed, and it's continued along the perimeter as fresh legs come off the bench for the Eagles. Work to the near side. There's Mock. Feeds one in to Billick. Billick going to just zip one over to the far side, finding McFerrin. Up top of the box now. It'll be taken by Kinney to Mock. Inside to Billick. McFerrin far side. Up top again to Caleb Smith. to Kinney to Mock. Wow. They complete the cycle yet again. So really it seems as though they've got that kind of pentagonal attack with one man in the middle. And then eventually they start to wear on the defense mentally, and then they get that movement going. And that's what we're looking at now. Kinney with a shot. Big save there from Miller. And Zach Miller for your Sailors looks upfield. Under 3 minutes to go now in the game. His pass intercepted. Frakowiak couldn't come up with a clean possession. Here's a fast break. 2-on-1. Chance shot. Score. Greg Billick gets his 4th goal of the game, and it's 14-5. And Steamboat right now definitely going to look at this video and know they've got a few things that they can clean up here. They've got 2:47 left in the game, and it's 14-5. Billick has got 4 goals now.
Not what you want from Steamboat right there, but that was a great play by Thompson Valley. The ball came on the ground, they picked it up, made some really good passes, and had a man wide open in front, and he's not going to miss from there too often. So, as you said, I think Steamboat does need to look at this video, and they're going to make the corrections they need to get ready for the next game.
Number 5.
That is tomorrow
Number 5
against Eagle Valley.
And number 11 for them. See, I know. I missed one. I think it is. 11?
Jaden Arnold, the face-off man against David LaPointe.
I forget.
2:47 left, and Arnold yet again at least pushing it forward. Loose ball, though, and Arnold, I think, fell onto that one. So whistle blows. We'll see who has it, and it's going to be another loose ball foul against Steamboat. So possession here for Thompson Valley. 2:37 left in the game, now closer to the end than the beginning, and it's going to be taken on the far side by Isaiah Parker. Parker's just going to wheel down the far side of the box. Fires a pass to Billick. He was waiting an X. Quickly over to the near side. Micah Payton has it. Passes across GLE. Man stumbles. Ball comes loose, and it's going to be battled for by Colombo, but eventually, man had his hand come down on it, but it's going to be scooped up, and here comes Frank Becker. Becker's going to make his way into the box for Steamboat, and the long stick D-man now peels back as he got the pass off to Hofer. Tries to come out front. Ben Hofer, he's going to just lose the ball. Good stick work there from Thompson Valley defensively, and Steamboat's offensive opportunity lasted all of about maybe 15-20 seconds, and so the Sailors come up with another empty possession. Here's a fast break, an opportunity, back post play, shot, score. Billick with 5 on the day.
And that's almost an identical goal as the one before.
The score?
I think one of the Thompson Valley players just beat their man. Was almost on a 2-on-1 right away, just passed it over, and he's right on the doorstep again, not going to miss from there.
1:41 to go and ticking down. It's now into the... I thought it was in...
So it's 10.
1:38 left, I think.
It's 10 over. We're supposed to run the clock, but it's 12 over.
Is it 12? Is that the mercy rule? So we're not quite there, but close. 15-5 the score now with just about 98 seconds on the clock.
He'll tell us if he wants you to run it. He'll come over and tell you.
He did. He comes over and he's like, run the clock. Just kidding. Don't run the clock.
No, it's... The argument is whether or not we're in that time of mercy rule. Another face-off that's won cleanly forward by Jaden Arnold. He gains the box, gives a quick little pass up to Kyle Hatfield, and Hatfield is going to just work this one up top to Caleb Smith. It is quite interesting to see some of these bigger schools, one such being Thompson Valley down in the Loveland area, but you think, hey, they all start playing at the same time. How are they just, on it like they are? And it's just a numbers game. But Steamboat has a lot to look forward to in the coming years, as they had 76 players come out for lacrosse this season.
Wow.
So for one of the first times ever, it's junior and senior only on the varsity team, just because they had that capability to field some of their strongest players that were all upperclassmen. 50 seconds remaining here in the game. 15-5 the lead for Thompson Valley. Steamboat dormant offensively. They did get 2 goals in the first quarter and 1 each in quarters 2, 3, and 4. so far to this point, at least, still a chance if they can get a quick turnover and get a second one here in the fourth quarter, but Thompson Valley doesn't look like they're going to let that opportunity come. It's worked around the perimeter further to Caleb Smith. He now cycles through to the far side of the box, fires a pass down, finding the stick there of Andrew Dexter, and Dexter into X with a pass, and it'll be in and out of the pocket there of Hatfield. Loose ball, Kieran Hahn battling for it, and he stick checks the man, keeping it in play. Hahn eventually dispossessed those. He was double teamed, and then players collide, and the ball comes free, and it looks as though Brooks Masters just had a stick come up into his neck area, and we have the horn. Thompson Valley with a 15-5 victory over your Steamboat Sailors here at Gardner Field. Sailors don't have long to hang their head, though. They've got to move on from it and get ready because Eagle Valley comes up tomorrow, 4 o'clock game. For Patrick, I'm Vladen. This has been a Steamboat Sailors broadcast of boys lacrosse right here on SteamboatRadio.com.
Sailor fans, thanks for coming out tonight for the game. Remember, there's a JV game immediately following at 5:30 today. Then tomorrow, we'll be right back here at Gardner Field as the Sailors are